means we've gone through the complete level, so choke, arm lock, leg lock. So what I want to do now, or for the next couple of weeks, is a bit of sort of unifying everything. So we're going to basically kind of navigate from submission to submission now. So we're going to be spending today starting with the triangle and basically moving down. Triangle, Kimura, heel hook. And then after that we're going to go up, heel hook, Kimura, triangle, and we're just kind of going to do that for a couple of weeks so that we all get a nice good feeling of how to transition from one submission to the other. Because in the end, that's how you win with a submission. You very seldom get the one submission you're trying for. You get one, try for another, it leads you into another, and maybe you're doing a completely different submission in the end than what you were actually planning to do in the beginning. So, since we're going to be starting with triangles, I just want to do a bit of warm up because again, it's early morning. I don't know about you, I haven't had my morning cup of tea. So we're just going to do a bit of sort of triangle inversion exercises. It's a lot easier than the ones we do for the heel hook, so don't worry. So basically just starting here, we bring our arm here and in under the thigh. And all I want to do is just with this leg, swing out and invert. And then I go back, and I go to the other side. And just sort of pendulum a bit with this inversion so that we get everything a bit woken up, the body gets a bit loose, and we get kind of used to inverting in the early morning because again, this kind of inversion comes up a lot when you're doing triangles. Okay? So we're an even number, you can partner up, I can watch everyone and get warmed up. Okay, that's looking good. So second warm-up exercise. Again, since we're doing triangles now, so we're going to start, we're not going to choke, we just grab an arm. The first grip is like this with 4 fingers on the inside, and the second grip is kind of a C grip on the elbow. And the cool thing about this is this actually gives me a lot of grip. So if he tries to go in the direction of where the opening is, he brings his arm into my chest. If he tries to pull his arm away, he's going into my hands. So it actually gives me a pretty good grip. So, and just from here, 1 foot on the hip, shoot the leg out, and just trap. No choking, just do the trap, okay? We're just going to trap the triangle, but not actually choke. And then, other hand, same idea, foot on the hip, bring him in, foot high, and just trap. Okay? Again, just get used to that triangle trap. So, I know it looks simple, I actually get people in this a lot. A whole lot. Okay? So, I think that was pretty simple and I think no rocket science there. Okay, so I think that's looking good with everyone. We're going to take things from here. So, same starting position. I've got my grip, foot on the hip. Foot on the hip. Catch the triangle, and there is a trade-off here with how far I pull him. The closer I am to him, if I pull him in here, he's able to posture up more. So it's good that I can pull him away from his center. So if I pull him up here, now try to posture up. Yeah, so the further away he is, well, even if we just do this, try to posture up. Yeah, so the further away I am from his hips, the harder it's going to be for him to posture up. However, there's a trade-off. If I go too far from his hips, now he can just pull his head out. That's one part of it. Second part, if I'm too far away from his hips, because I can't choke him like this. To be able to get an efficient choke, I need to be able to come down to this leg and pull him 90 degrees. And the further away I am from his hips, the harder it's going to be for me to get this leg, and the easier it's going to be for him to do his escape. So whenever you're doing this kind of a triangle entry, you need to kind of balance that distance. It's going to be different for every single opponent and every single one of you. So it's just something you need to develop a feel for, but just kind of try to start getting that sort of a feeling for how far is too far, how close is too close. So you don't want to be too close, but you don't want to be too far either. So, and just from here, we're just going to do a simple triangle to get our mechanics back in line. So from here, I've got a good distance here, and from here I can easily get his leg. I'm 90 degrees with his head, that's what I want. His arm is coming across his face. You cannot see his shoulder. And now, just for the last bit of mechanics, I just make a line with my legs and squeeze a bit. And the chap comes very quickly. So, let's do it like this so I can show that on camera. Here. So, again, same idea. I come in, and the key for all triangles is this trap shoulder. If the trap, I'm going to come in, if the trap shoulder is out, keep your shoulder out, yeah. If the trap shoulder is out, even if I get my 90 degrees, I'm just going to press, try to hold out as much as you can. I'm not getting the choke. That was like all I could, and he can hold it out. If you can see this shoulder, you don't have a choke, okay? So when you're doing the triangle, you want to make sure you hide that shoulder. Now, that's easy for me. See? Okay? So, you don't have to constantly make the guy cough and wheeze and everything after you do it, but just practice that now. We're going to just start with just getting our triangle mechanics in place, and then we'll go to his escape and our counter to his escape, and we just keep going from there, okay? So, yeah. Triangles are looking good, so first I'm going to show this side, and then I show what we do on this side. So first, you do the triangle. So, sometimes you have people who just don't get choked, or you have people who know how to defend. So he goes for his triangle trap. Yeah. And from here, sometimes you'll have people, actually a lot of people do this, I do this myself, they circle the arm around the leg. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure my shoulder is out. So now if he starts squeezing, yeah. I mean, it's not pleasant, I don't want to spend all day here, but he's not choking me anymore, I'm not going to go out. So this is a common defense against the triangle, is wrapping your arm around the leg to keep your shoulder exposed. Because as long as the shoulder's out, he doesn't have a choke. Okay? So it's kind of a counter number one a lot of people do, wrapping the leg to make sure that you don't get the shoulder out. Yeah, switch. Yeah. So now, this is where things start getting cool with submission navigation. So I go for my triangle, and he gets his leg. Well, he's almost in the perfect position now. I switch my legs to keep him from posting up. And now I have a triangle, or a Kimura. Okay? So that's our first transition. So we're going to do a lot of others, but that's just the basic one. It's still kind of easy to counter, but still, you get lucky. It's something worth looking at. So again, just showing it. So I go for my triangle. He wraps his arm around my leg. The first thing you want to do is grab his head. Even if I open my legs, grab his head. Just by grabbing his head, you can keep him from going down. So from here, I need to switch my legs because I need to be able to move my head in this direction now. Okay? Because if I try it like this, I'm kind of in a strange position, and it's hard for me to get a really good grip on his arm. So from here, I just switch my legs. Now I've got great access to this arm, and I just Kimura on the other side. Okay? So, again, go easy. Don't be breaking each other's arms. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. We're in the triangle. He counters with wrapping his head around. We switch to the Kimura. So now let's switch. You do that to me. So now again, this side, same entries.
Okay. And the downside to this change is I can see it coming, and you've already, actually Ryan already asked, and he's right. My first counter is I grab my own hand. Now try to keep working.
I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And from here, because you're trying to get my arm,
I can posture up. So, and from here, I can bring my arm back in here, and I don't have a triangle danger anymore because I'm so high up. Okay? That is this side's intention right now. So, so that is our Kimura counter to the counter to the counter. Okay, so, like I said, I go for my triangle, he changes over, I try to Kimura, he grabs his own hand, I try to get it, he postures up, and now he can bring his own arm in front of him again without worrying about the triangle, because I've got all this space. Okay? From here, everything up here is kind of impossible. I'm not even close enough. I can't grab his head to pull back down. I could try to posture up, but this is going to be really hard, and I'm going to be putting more weight on my legs, which is going to make his opening of my triangle easier. The only thing I would tell him is he wants to have a brighter base with his knees. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're doing it with your yeah. Wide base? Yeah. So, and this is important as well for us because we're going to use this to transition to a leg attack from here. So, I'm going to bring my arm on the inside, open the triangle, and go down with one knee here. Okay? I've got a foot high and a knee on the ground. Yeah. The back leg will come here. And now I've got a backside 50. Okay? So, showing that again. He counters. I try to switch. He counters. Okay? And again, I'm not going to wait here. Just slide down. And, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I go into a backside 50. You would not, by the way, land the way you're landing. I think you noticed you gave me more options the way you landed. You want to try to land on all fours, just because that will allow you to start doing some of your backside 50 escapes. If you kind of go like this, you've made things easier for me.
Okay.
That's also because if we're here, I'm going for a backside 50, and you just kind of fall on the side like you just did. Okay, now I got a knee bar. Now I got a toe hold. Oh, scheiße, okay.
Taking all my pots out of.
Yeah, sorry.
This is mine.
Sorry, but when you just kind of fall over like that, you give me more options. So you want to fall in a position where you have something you can do. Okay? So, one last time to show the whole chain. So, like I said, go here, triangle. I go for the Kimura, and he postures up, slide down, and we're in the backside 50. Okay? Yep. Clear what I want to see?
I don't understand how you can take his leg if he's there. What mechanism? Do you put the legs from here and then he's going here?
Yeah, what I'm doing, show you, just the leg. What I'm doing from here
is I'm bringing my, just sit on your legs. So, if he's sitting on his legs like this, what I'm doing is I've got my one leg here, and I'm basically pulling this in. And from here, I can get a grip on that foot. Yeah. Because once I get this foot from here, actually, I don't even need to be that far. Let me back a bit. Yeah, let me. Once I'm here, and I got this foot, try to resist with the foot.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah. He doesn't want to. This is really hard on his knee.
Yeah.
So you can feel it. Okay, so we're here. Yeah. And just so, first of all, you would be a little bit higher up because again, you gotta remember you just postured. So, let me take it from here. So, you postured. Yeah, exactly. And that's where it comes in because you're posturing up and that gives me what I need to come in. And from here, I get this.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, once I get that foot, you want to go that way.
Okay, so we're posturing, dann steckt
Yeah, we're using,
Handschuhe rein.
yeah, we're using his posture to give us the entry. Yeah. Okay, so drill a bit.